There's a little adopted girl in my church who, when she sees me, asks, "Are you a policeman?" Last week I asked her, "Do I look like a policeman?" "Yes," she said. Well, I am 6'3" tall, and I do usually wear a suit and tie to church, so maybe I do look like a policeman to a very small girl. Maybe she had some bad experiences before she was adopted, where the police were involved with her parents, because her eyes widen and she looks a wee bit scared when she asks, "Are you a policeman?" A lot of people feel like this when they think about God. They think of him as a kind of heavenly policeman, and they're afraid of him and his law. Now, of course, if we're not Christians, if we're not saved, we are on the wrong side of God and his law, and we should be afraid of him. But if we're Christians, if we're God's people, then we should have a different view of God and his law. God is our Heavenly Father, and his law, his rules, are given for our protection and our good. This week, you were reading in Exodus 19, where God made Israel into a nation and gave him his laws to obey, especially the 10 Commandments. But notice the order in this chapter. I call it the 3 R's: redemption, relationship, rules, in that order. In Exodus 19 verse 4, we have redemption. God says, "You have seen what I did unto the Egyptians, and how I bore you on eagle's wings." That's speaking about how God carried Israel out of Egypt and through the wilderness. So we've got redemption. Then we have relationship in verse 4. "I," says God, "brought you to myself." And only then do we have rules. "Now therefore," says God, "obey my voice and keep my covenant." You see the 3 R's? Redemption, relationship, rules. It's not obey rules in order to be redeemed and enter into a relationship with God. No. God says, "I have redeemed you and brought you into a relationship with me. Therefore, if you want to keep that relationship happy and healthy, here are some rules to guide you in that." And if we're God's people, we should be so thankful for his clear direction on how to live in such a way that we flourish and thrive rather than shrink and shrivel. If you still view God as a scary heavenly policeman, you need to pray. Pray that he would redeem you. Pray that he would bring you into a relationship with him. That will change the way you view God, and it will change the way you view his rules.